2.
You're listening to the Wrestling Takeover.
What is your name?
With your host, Jordan Turner, who's always gonna keep it real.
Come on, King.
Inside and outside the ring.
Let me make myself clear.
He's got the fans behind him, King.
It's time to take over, King.
Are you ready?
He's all fired up now, King. The Takeover.
Let's go.
Yo, who's the greatest motherfucking pro wrestler of all time? Who is the greatest professional wrestler? Male edition. You're talking about the men right here on the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Please remember, best believe your new home for both takes, real talk, and a creative perspective. Please press that subscribe button on YouTube. Subscribe to the official channel, youtube.com/JT Takeover. Also follow me on social media, on Twitter at JT Takeover and on Instagram at The Wrestling Takeover, man. Spread the word of the Wrestling Takeover podcast, because remember, word of mouth goes a long way. I love each and every one of y'all, and I appreciate y'all tapping in on the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Again, I'm your host, Jordan Turner, and I am going to do something a little bit differently, man. We are going to be talking about who is the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling. These are wrestling matches. These are wrestlers who, in my opinion, are the personification of when they have a fucking match, you know this shit finna be a banger. You know this shit finna be a hitter. Period. These 4 pro wrestlers, their shit's either phenomenal, a banger. You know what I mean? There's no in between. It's just straight classics. Straight classics. Now, I'm going to do the female tomorrow. We're going to do the men today. But I decided, you know what? While actually thinking about it, we're going to do both the men and the women today. We're going to do both. So we're going to talk about the men first, and then we're going to get right into the female. Now, I do have a particular audio clip from the homie Malik Kelly on TikTok. Shout out to him, man. He gave me an interesting idea. I seen this in my news feed, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk about this shit on the podcast. This was a photo that I seen, and it talked about, out of these 4, who was the greatest performer of all time? AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels, Danielson, Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, and Seth Rollins. Now, for me, out of the 4, if I'm going to comment on the 4, players right here in this one picture, I'm going with Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, to me, is, one of the greatest in-ring performers of our generation. I have my 4, which I will tackle in a second. But I think after Shawn Michaels, Seth Rollins, man. For me, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins intertwine. Seth Rollins sometimes I want to say AJ Styles, but if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with AJ Styles here, the phenomenal one, and then I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins and then Bryan Danielson. Either way, it don't matter. I think both men are some of the greatest in-ring pro wrestlers of all time. But let's check out what Malik Kelly had to say, and this gave me a great idea for the podcast. So let's get right into what he had to say.
I strongly believe that he is the greatest in-ring performer of all time. Now, I'm not just counting belt-to-belt in-ring wise. I'm counting storytelling, character work, match quality, also evoking emotion out of the crowd. I think that's very important because wrestling sometimes is about making you feel. You want to feel the emotion, happiness, sadness, anger. Like, that's what wrestling really is about, storytelling. And I think Shawn Michaels has raised the bar so high. He's really one of one. Like, I feel like these 3 individuals can do great things as well, but Shawn Michaels does it bigger, better than anybody else that I've ever seen. Shawn Michaels is pushing like Mount Rushmore conversations. I don't think any.
Hey, no cap. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Shawn Michaels is number 2, Mount Rushmore for me. For me personally, Shawn Michaels is in the number 2 spot of the Mount Rushmore. Number 1 is The Undertaker. I ain't gonna apologize for that. Undertaker number 1, Shawn Michaels number 2. I have been saying that. Fuck, all my life I've been having the same 2 people in the same 2 spots. Undertaker number 1, Shawn Michaels number 2.
Those other three individuals respectfully are pushing that type of conversation. Mount Rushmore, they're not that high, I'm sorry. Shawn Michaels, I strongly believe when it comes to match quality, he can work with any superstar of any size, any genre, any type of style. He can make you believe that he can get beat up by the biggest superstar, but also in the same match make you believe that he can beat that big superstar.
I mean, that's about it for the vid, guys. But, I mean, Malik ain't wrong, bro. Malik ain't wrong, straight up. Now, I'm going to name my 4 Mount Rushmores, okay? I'm going to do that in a second. But I also tackled what was my I had to pick one match between these 4 men that I particularly thought was their greatest match that I personally have ever seen. All right, so in the number 1 spot, we got Shawn Michaels. Okay. Number 2, I got Kurt Angle. I got Kurt Angle number 2. Number 3, it was between AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. But for me, I'm going with Seth Rollins. And number 4, I'm going with AJ Styles. Now for Shawn Michaels, the greatest Shawn Michaels match that I've ever seen. I think y'all know what it is. If you don't and you're new to the pod, appreciate it. Love you guys so much, man. Hard work never stops on the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Best believe that. But my favorite Shawn Michaels match of all time, there's a dozen. You feel me? There's a lot. But it's WrestleMania 25. This is the greatest match that I have personally ever seen. Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, the story, Jim Ross, the fucking crowd. Shit was popping. So Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, that's the best Shawn Michaels match that I personally have ever seen. All right. Number 2, we are going to be talking about Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle is my second favorite pro wrestler of all time in WWE history. My favorite Kurt Angle match was against, best believe, Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21. WrestleMania 21 and WrestleMania 25 match, both of those matches are top 5 of my favorite WrestleMania matches of all time. All right. Number 3, Seth Rollins. Listen, man, Seth Rollins doesn't get a lot of appreciation from the fan base, from an in-ring perspective. I think Seth Rollins is one of the greatest of all time from an in-ring standpoint. My favorite Seth Rollins match, though, here's the kicker. Here's the crazy thing. Seth Rollins has a lot of fucking matches. Like, the catalog is crazy. Kurt Angle's catalog is crazy. Shawn Michaels' catalog is crazy. AJ Styles in WWE, though, this is WWE based. If we're talking about just in general with AJ Styles, that motherfucker got a catalog crazy. But we're talking only WWE. But with Seth Rollins, there were so many matches that I could choose from. There were so many. All right. But I landed on his match with Cody Rhodes inside Hell in a Cell. His match with Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 38 was fucking great. It was actually really, really good. One of my favorite Seth Rollins matches of all time. It's in that discussion, but it's not the king. The king is his match against Cody Rhodes inside Hell in a Cell. That's my favorite Seth Rollins match of all time. Let's talk about AJ Styles. Like I said, AJ Styles, he's my 4th GOAT of the best in-ring performers in WWE history. My favorite AJ Styles match is definitely against John Cena. In my opinion, the greatest rivalry in AJ Styles' WWE career was against John Cena. Banger after banger after banger. You feel me? But the best AJ Styles match that I could think of, I came up with 2, but I'm giving the nod to his match with John Cena at the Royal Rumble. I'm letting niggas know right now, bro. His match with Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series was a fucking banger. It was great. That was definitely one of my favorite AJ Styles matches of all time. But number 1, got to go with John Cena, AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble. And honorable mentions of some of the other great pro wrestlers, man, in WWE history. Eddie Guerrero, Triple H, Edge, Randy Orton, Bret Hart, CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, The Undertaker, Harley Race. There's so many great pro wrestlers in WWE history. But Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, Seth Rollins, and AJ Styles. Those are my GOATs of the best in-ring performers in WWE history. Let me know in the comments down below who are your GOATs, who is in your Mount Rushmore of the best WWE professional wrestlers. The category is pro wrestlers. All right. Let me know in the comments down below who's your GOATs of pro wrestling in the WWE. My GOAT will forever be Shawn Michaels. Simple. Jim Ross knows what it is. Speaking of Jim Ross, prayers to Jim Ross, man. He beat cancer. Shout out to Jim Ross, man. I want to congratulate Jim Ross for real. The legend, the GOAT himself. Shout out to Jim Ross for beating cancer, man. Much love and respect. Let's get to the females, bro. Let's get to the females. Let's get to the queens. Listen, man. I have watched a lot of great women's matches throughout my lifetime. Throughout my life, I've watched and experienced live great women's matches in company history. Okay? Now, I do have my 4. It's going to be controversial, no doubt about it. But this is my list. If you guys have a list, comment down below. But this is my list. I'm going to start with the honorable mentions. Bianca Belair, AJ Lee, Mickie James, Bayley, Rhea Ripley, Asuka, just to name a few. There's so many others, but those were the names that I had in mind. I wanted to keep the honorable mentions list very, very short. Same with the men. I understand that there's more great pro wrestlers out there. I understand that, all right? But I wanted to keep the list short. Now, the top 4. Who's my favorite women's wrestler of all time? Bell to bell. Who's the best? Who's my number 1? Who's my queen of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time? Number 1 and 2, you can go back and forth. You go back and forth, right? Same with the men as well. Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle. I'm going with Shawn Michaels personally, but if you said Kurt Angle, I'm not going to get upset about it. But 1 and 2 for the females, one day I might feel this person's name, the other day I might feel the other person's name. But number 1, I'm going with Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks, as my favorite women's wrestler of all time. Period. And the best match that I have ever seen with Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks, she was in WWE, let's not get it twisted, was her match against Bayley at NXT Brooklyn. No doubt about it. Io Sky. Io Sky is a close second. She's incredible. And it's so great that Io Sky is getting the respect that she deserves. She's getting the respect that she deserves. She's number 2. My favorite Io match, I mean, it's that triple threat match with Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair from WrestleMania 41. I mean, that match was killer. That match was killer. Number 3, Becky Lynch. It's so crazy. Becky Lynch gets a lot of hate. I don't understand why. Y'all niggas tripping. Becky Lynch is incredible. Becky Lynch is incredible. My favorite 4 horsewomen. Number 1 spot is Sasha Banks. It will forever be Mercedes Moné. But number 2 is Becky Lynch. And quite frankly, Becky Lynch climbed from number 3 to number 2. Just me personally. Becky Lynch is incredible. But my favorite match from Becky Lynch, I was going back and forth between her match with Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 38 or Charlotte Flair at Evolution. But I'm going to give the nod to Bianca Belair and her match with Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 38. And number 4, I'm not a big fan of this woman. I'm really not, but I cannot deny that the Queen, Charlotte Flair, is one of the greatest in-ring performers of all time. One of the greatest in-ring performers of our generation. Let's not get it fucked up, okay? Let's have some perspective here. Charlotte Flair has absolutely delivered when it needs to take place. Charlotte Flair had 2 matches at WrestleMania with Rhea Ripley. with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair might go down as one of the greatest ring performers ever, no doubt. But as of right now, where I stand, Charlotte Flair is in the number 4 spot. When I tell you her match with Rhea Ripley is one of the greatest women's matches of all time, I fucking kid you not. It's one of the greatest women's matches of all time. I swear on everything. That match was so amazing. It was so amazing. It was so good. It really was breathtaking. It blew out their first match out of the water. And I thought their first match was a clinic. This one blew it out of the water completely. So I got Mercedes Moné, number 1, Sasha Banks. Number 2, I got Io Sky. Number 3, I got Becky Lynch. Number 4, I got Charlotte Flair. All right. Mercedes Moné's greatest match was in Brooklyn with Bayley. Io, her greatest match that I've seen so far was the triple threat match between Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. Becky Lynch, her greatest match was a match against Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 38. And then Charlotte Flair, her greatest match, in my opinion, was the match against Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 39. So let me know in the comments down below, who are your women GOATs? Who is your top 4 best female wrestlers of all time? Let me know in the comments down below. Same goes for the men. But I appreciate y'all tapping in, supporting the Wrestling Takeover podcast. And I'll see y'all next time right here for a brand new Audiomation video conversation on the Wrestling Takeover podcast.